Right, hello. Right, I'm on now. Right. Tonight's show is about Doctor Who. I'm really annoyed. I'd like to know what's going on with Doctor Who. I really would. It's not the Doctor Who I was watching. Do you know what I mean? I just don't know what's going on. Hello, mine's changed. Did I watch Venom? No, I've not seen Venom yet. I've heard it's good. I've seen the clips on YouTube. Have you seen it? I'm going to go see Rocky when it comes out. Is it Creed 2? Going to go see that. Yeah, I don't know. I might pop in over at weekend and go see it. I was going to go see that Queen movie, but Bohemian Rhapsody, but I've got a copy, so on a memory stick, so you know. But yeah, I've seen the clips on YouTube, the ending and stuff. Somebody uploaded the clips to it. It does look pretty cool. It's going to be interesting how that's going to sort of go in with the MCU, don't you think? You know. Have you been watching Doctor Who? I've mind to change. Well, anyway, so I don't know. I remember. Do you remember all the big sort of fanfare we got about the new Doctor? Right. So I'm going to get this straight now. I haven't got a problem with the Doctor being a female. You know. Oh yeah, hang on. Yeah, I did crap. I don't know why. Yeah, mate, I feel the same way as you. I really do. I do feel the same way as you. It's rather annoying. But yeah, watching Doctor Who is right. I'm going to get this out there first. I'm not bothered she's a female. It don't bother me. I like Jodie Whittaker. I think she's a good actress. And I never had a problem. I was actually quite excited about where they were going to take the Doctor, in what direction, you know. And so I've flowed into 6 episodes of this, and I think out of the 6, I'm going to give 1.5 to the episodes. I mean, last week's episode, I know, look, I like the historical context of, you know, them episodes. I really did. But I've got to admit, I just can't connect with this series at all. You know, like the Capaldi thing, you really got into it. When they brought Missy in, it was exciting, you know, and you accepted the Master changing, you know, sex, you know, the Master becoming Missy. It wasn't a problem. And that's what we're pretty cool about it. Never had a problem. So from that, I gathered that the Doctor was going to become a female. They were testing the waters, you know, without the prime character getting sort of hurt. Do you know what I mean? Without hurting the prime character. And Missy went down. Michelle Gomez was a dream come true. She really was. But what I've found is just, I think what it is like we got that moment when hang on, I watched Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it over the weekend. I'm gonna watch it on TV. Yeah, I've heard it's sort of 50-50. You know, you don't get enough of his private life. So, well, I don't know. I'll probably watch it Saturday. Well, no, I'm out Saturday actually. So I'll have to wait and see. But the whole Doctor Who thing. Oh, did it mind to change? Right then, well, yeah. You know, I've got to admit, when you get these big films out there and they have these big promotional campaigns, and sometimes they get you going, don't they? To look really forward to seeing it. And then when you go see it, you're absolutely gutted, you know. So we got the whole thing of like the promotion and a real big push on promotion for Doctor Who. And I sort of, what flowed along with it. I admit I did get caught out on Star Wars promotion. I was looking right forward to seeing it. You know what I mean? Then, well, just given up on Star Wars, to be honest. I think Star Wars is a complete, utter waste of time for me. Obviously, I will go see the next film because you need to know what happens. But, I watched Doctor Who and, we're 6 episodes in, and like the pilot episode was sort of when it finished off with Capaldi when he became Jodie Whittaker. That were all sort of exciting, TARDIS blowing up. You thought it was great, and I did like how she arrived when she fell through the train. But the villains and the aliens in this series have just played no. There's been no impact like with any of them. Do you know what I mean? There's been no impact whatsoever of anything in this. There's like when they did the Rosa Parks episode, it were all how do you say? When they did that, it was just absolute bollocks. Not the Rosa Parks, but it would create the villain in it, the time traveling guy with his vortex manipulator. That was just complete utter bollocks. And I really didn't have time for it. I like the historical context. I think that's good to remind people. But it's just not going anywhere, is it? I mean, we're 6 episodes in. People are feeling alienated from it. I mean, I think the casting's not too bad. I like Bradley Walsh, and I think he's the sort of sense of loneliness with Bradley Walsh's character. And I like the term Team TARDIS, but the stories in this have just been ridiculous. There's no impact. And, I've talked with people about this. And a lot of people said the same things. I did a stream on Sunday, and everybody agreed. It's just lacking. And people are switching off. One of my best friends sent me a message that he's been in a Doctor Who all his life. He won't watch it anymore. Now, I know there is people out there that like it. Now, I'm not going to walk away from 6 episodes. I think I've got to go the full season because somewhere in this series, there may be that redeeming episode that can restore it into something a lot better, And I just don't know. Are we going to get to like episode 7 or episode 8 where we're going to get something decent? I mean, next week's I'm dreading. Apparently, it's setting some kind of Amazon factory in the future, so they're going to get all PC about that. I don't know, but I'm hoping. I think it might be the Sontaran episode, which have added some interesting twists to that about the creators of the Sontaran race, the actual Sontaran, the original, not the clones. So that should be interesting. I hope we get something about the history. But the whole thing of what I've seen so far, look, normally when a series starts something new, right, I agree the franchise needed a bit of put into it. It was starting to wane just a bit. I mean, the writers have been terrible. I mean, there's been some classic stories. Do you remember the episode with the Zygons and Capaldi? And they had the 2 boxes, and he gave that amazing speech about, you kill them and you kill them, and then you're right and they're right and all that. I mean, after that 2-part episode, it was like, yeah, that had you thinking. He was so right in what he said, but they delivered a message in such an amazing way. But after that, it's like with this series, it's also it's so like cringeworthy PC, and it's like they're trying to appeal to a certain crowd in a certain way. I don't know. Look, I mean, people might not agree with me, and you don't have to. But I read an article the other day that it said that Doctor Who is trying to appeal to a certain crowd of people, and I think it has to open itself up more and get like. Look, I don't mind like political issues and stuff. I really don't, as long as it's intelligent and you can debate after and think. that had something in it. But it is very cringeworthy. And I'm sorry, I think Stephen Chibnall's a shit writer. You know, I think he got a load of hype. I've never seen Broadchurch, so I can't turn around and say I know a lot about Broadchurch. I've seen Jodie Whittaker in other stuff like in Attack the Block and other stuff she's done. And she's an amazing actress. And I do like Team TARDIS. I like Yaz, the police officer, which is quite cool. I like Bradley Walsh's stepson. I mean, he's all right. But I mean, really, if they drop them characters, would you miss them? I mean, that's the thing. Not like Donna Noble. When you had Donna Noble, she was something sort of you remembered her. But with this, it's just a waste of time. It really is. So I don't know. I mean, that's my rant on Doctor Who. I mean, you know, guys, you know, if anybody wants to let me know what they think, let me know. It hasn't been a good week this week, has it? Stanley, what an icon. We lost him. I absolutely gutted with Stanley. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely gutted when he died. I read Spider-Man when I was a kid, you know, and I don't know, I was a bit of a nerd at school, I suppose. And when I was reading Spider-Man, I used to love Peter Parker's problems because in some strange way you could relate to that character. I mean, he had all that power, but he still had natural life disasters and bad luck. Do you know what I mean? And that's what gave them the edge with that. Stanley was the genius. I love the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, you know, the MCU. I love Agents of Shit. I just love the whole Marvel ride and the culture of Marvel. You know, I like Black Panther. I love Avengers Infinity War. I mean, it's been an amazing 10-year ride with nearly 22 movies under the belt. I mean, even the TV series like Daredevil and Netflix. I was gutted about Luke Cage, but that had problems, didn't it? Well, like I don't think a lot of people could sort of relate to Luke Cage. And Iron Fist was quite boring. It did sort of pick up a lot in the second season. It should have been given another chance. And I think where Luke Cage went should have been as well. But the whole thing of like Stanley going, it's big. I mean, Monday, and then we found out he died. I thought it was all over net, and I thought, no, because somebody was put it up before on Facebook about him, you know, dying. And I was sort of like, yeah, Stanley's, you know, he's going to go forever. And he actually did. I met him, you know, Comic Con, lovely fella. Oh, years ago. Absolutely a lovely fella. Really did like him. So anyway, back to Doctor Who. Oh, I don't know. I don't know where. I mean, Russell T Davies. A lot of people knocked his writing, but Russell T Davies. Well, how do you say it? He did write some really bloody good stories, didn't he? You know, he did. I mean, Tennant for me has been the best modern Doctor, and then Capaldi. You know, Tennant and Capaldi are the best Doctors for me. Hello, Jane. How are you? Just a 30-minute. I'm only on for half an hour tonight, but I'm just having a moan about Doctor Who. Hi, Pete. Sorry, but I can't stop at Mother's Day. Oh, but. All right. Yeah, no, you're right there, Pete. No, I'm only on for 30 minutes. I'll be on Sunday for an hour, though. I just thought I'd give it a go for 30 minutes. It's Stanley's death, man. Do you know what I mean? It's been a bad week for science fiction, hasn't it? You know? How are you, Jane? You know, I'm just moaning about Doctor Who. You know, I'm just getting... Oh, I don't know. We've got a 50-year canon, right? I know. Yeah, see Sunday Pete. Yeah, Stanley a Titan. He was a god. Truly was. I was gutted all day Monday. It was like losing a friend. It really was. his creations have been with me all my life, you know, through ups and downs. You know, I just love Marvel. What do you want on Spider-Man, Jay? Spider-Man can spin a web any size. He catches, what is it? He catches flies. Hang on there. Spider-Man. Spider-Man theme song. Here we go, Jen. Yes. Spider Pig, yes. Yeah, I remember that. Parker what was it? Parker Parker or something. I remember Spider Ham. Please put the film Sonic Spider-Man on the Stanley. It is a classic, this, isn't it? Guys, you know. There you go, classic. You know, do you know? I remember it used to be on 8 o'clock on ITV. Did that Spider-Man cartoon. My dad used to pick me up on a Saturdays for the weekend, and I remember watching this before they come. And Spider-Man, it was just so exciting, you know. Absolutely love that car. I've actually got the cartoons, all of it. I'll tell you something about the 60s Spider-Man cartoon. The artwork is absolutely incredible. It's very psychedelic. You know, the artwork on the cartoon, you know. So, well, it's just been a bad one, hasn't it? I mean, Doctor Who, it's turning into something that ain't Doctor Who. Or is it? I mean, the jury's still out on that one. You know, and Stan Lee dies. You know, maybe Stan Lee should have written Doctor Who. What do you think? You know, I think well, Marvel did do some Doctor Who stories, didn't they? With Tom Baker. They did quite a few Doctor Who, didn't they, Marvel? But yeah, it's just been a terrible week of science fiction badness this week. But the good news is Star Trek Discovery's out on Blu-ray on Monday. I've ordered that, even though I've seen it on Netflix. I need to see it on Blu-ray, which I'm really looking forward to. You know, and Aquaman's out soon. But yeah, like I said, it's been a bad week, and I'm just rambling on about really anything at the moment. Hang on, this is not Doctor Who, this is the Legends of Tomorrow. Do you know, Jane? You know, I love Legends of Tomorrow. I do. I'm such a fan. Out of the entire Arrowverse, DC Legends of Tomorrow is the best one. I just love it. I mean, the program is completely crazy. And you know, there is that Doctor Who overall thing. I mean, writing for that, right? DC Legends of Tomorrow is far superior to Doctor Who. Don't you think, Jen? It really is. I mean, you know, with DC Legends of Tomorrow, have you seen the ship with like the Victorian sort of room where the Time Masters go and all that? It's very old, very TARDIS looking. And then you've got the futuristic control room. I just love that program. I mean, somebody did a great review and said, "What WTF? What is Legends of Tomorrow about?" And I just think it's awesome. I just think it goes so far out from the Arrowverse, you know. They say not to say this Legends of Tomorrow. Yes, hang on. Oh, I've got loads of some. I'm watching Spider-Man the cartoon. Right, let's put some more music on. Right, hang on. Right, this is it. Right, this is it. Right, I don't know what's going on there. There we go. Right. You know, but I mean, I'd really like to see the writing for Doctor Who change. You know, I mean, there is talented writers out there that they could bring in. I mean, people of really high quality. They could, bring in for this. I don't know with Chibnall and all that. I don't know what's happened with him. I just feel that I don't know. They get the Doctor Who title, and then they sort of is there like a sabotage attempt going on here? Like, are they trying to knock it into the ground, like get it off the TV? Because they did this years ago under Michael Craig, didn't they? You know, I don't know. Doctor Who has been waning for a few years. It has, especially with its story writing. But I just like to see a writer and a director. Or I know they use different directors, but somebody with the passion to sort of get this story off the ground. I just think somewhere it lost its way into this like PC sort of thing. I'm not anti-PC. I'm not. But it's cringe-worthy, some of the episodes. I mean, honestly, I could sit here all night going on about it. But, yeah, well, I'm going to stick it out till the end of this season. I can't really make a comment on it. I mean, I'm 6 episodes in, like I said, and I'm not too impressed. Like, 1.5 episodes have been decent, rest have been terrible. I mean, if they got rid of the Team TARDIS, would you miss them? No. I don't even, to be honest, I don't even like the credits at the beginning now. I just think it's cheap. You know, they've lost their way on that with cheap credits. Do you know what I mean? The music, I've got to admit, is quite good. And I don't mind the TARDIS. Well, it's all right. I prefer Capaldi's TARDIS, really. But, you know, things change. We move on. Maybe this is the future for Doctor Who. I don't know. You know, personally, I want to see, I don't know, I'd want to see. Do you remember when it first started under Tennant and Eccleston, even Matt Smith? There was that creative energy behind it. It was burning. I mean, Moffat, I thought were overrated. Again, somebody else who were completely overrated. You know, sure. But I think this just made anyway. I said I come on for 30 minutes. So, and with what have we talked about? Last episode of Doctor Who feels like I'm watching Legends of Tomorrow. I know how you feel with that, Jane. I really do. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could see like there is. You see, with the Doctor Who fan base, you've got your hardcore Whovians that are from like the Pertwee Baker years and followed it all the way through. And they're a different kettle of fish. Trust me, I used to go to this pub full of them. They're all nice people, but they're very strict on the views of Doctor Who. And then since Eccleston came, you got a whole new fan base. Well, a lot of the older fans don't like dressing up, you know, which is pretty weird. But the younger ones like to embrace it. I mean, I bought an Ice Warriors outfit. I'll have to post some photographs. I actually had a fiberglass Ice Warriors outfit, and I wore it, and I nearly died in it. I mean, I had to be bolted. Honestly, they had to. When I put the chest piece on, it had to be bolted in. So, like, I was stuck in that all day. Can you imagine wanting to go to the toilet? I had to get somebody to unbolt it. So I got rid of it. I swapped it for Stormtrooper armour. Wore that. Never again. Stormtrooper armour, which is so much hard work. Doctor Who Sarah Lance from Legends of Tomorrow. Well, I think, to be honest, I think she'd do a better job. Jane, to be honest, I think she'd really do a better job. Honestly, that is how far this has gone with me with this now. You know, I'm not on here to moan about Doctor. I'm just on here to like. Surely there must be enough talent out there that they can sort of bring in to recreate the universe. You've got 50 years of canon in Doctor Who to pull from. And there is some classic stories in there. You know, I mean, there's some of the best science fiction ever written. Douglas Adams wrote Doctor Who episodes. Do you know what I mean? And when you've got talent like that, you can't beat it. There must be modern talent, the equivalent of that today, that they could bring in to really manifest a story. Maybe a story arc might have been better for this series. You know, like something at the end of each episode, that little sort of teaser to bring it in, you know, get you sort of biting for more. I'll tell you who'd have been a good Doctor Who writer. You might not agree with me. Michael J. Straczynski, who wrote Babylon 5. I think if he were given reins to like revamping Doctor Who, I think he's somebody that could like take it to the next level. I really do. I think Michael J. Straczynski, Babylon 5 is a masterpiece. It really is of science fiction. It's on TV science fiction. And I think a writer of that quality to write Doctor Who, I think is amazing. I think Doctor Who's too announced now. I think they've got comfortable. You know what? The team that create it, I think it's like it's all big money and it's promotion. There's no bump in it anymore. You know, nobody's pushing the frontiers with it. I mean, with Capaldi episodes, you did get them episodes. That scene where we're going to get Davros as a kid on the TARDIS, and they could have left him and changed history, but he didn't. You know, and that's what were amazing. That's the type, them moments in Doctor Who you want, but we're just not getting that. Like I said 10 minutes ago, the historical context episodes, I don't have a problem with. You know, all right. Hi, Steve. Steve, how are you, mate? Bring back Russell T Davies back again. It was them. Yeah, well, that's just what I've been on about who would we get to write it now? Because Chibnall, I'm sorry, he's absolutely crap. You know, I don't. You know what? Because I've never seen Broadchurch. I've never seen it. Oh, well, that's cool, mate. That's cool. I'm glad you're okay. The Doctor will turn to Arrow to set all the characters will love screwdrivers. Well, that could happen, Jen. They are doing the Elseworlds thing, aren't they? So they might meet a parallel version of Doctor Who. But I mean, yeah, Steve, I totally agree. Russell T Davies, I mean, he started it with that amazing energy, especially under Tennant, David Tennant, yes. But I mean, the whole thing of this, like Chibnall and Moffat, to me, they've just been like eroding like the legacy of it down with these really terrible stories. You know, Moffat jumped out, didn't he? Well, Steve, from what I've heard, apparently next week, it's like this Sunday's meant to be setting like a futuristic Amazon warehouse. And if that's where I think this is going, I'm going to switch it out. Mate, I don't even know if I can continue after that. You know, it's just, where's the talent out there? I mean, we've got some like Game of Thrones. I mean, that's a masterpiece. You know, you get these like great series that are out there at the moment, which the writing is just superb. Maybe they should get somebody off that when it finishes, you know, like approach to Game of Thrones writers and say, look, you know, the screenwriters, we'll offer you this amount of money. Would you like to write Doctor Who? Because I'll tell you something, the BBC's made the money out of this. They've made hundreds of millions out of Doctor Who. I mean, don't even get started on the merchant. I mean, the merchandise just sells through the roof. So why would you sink a franchise that's making loads of money? No, Steve. For me, I've got to admit, I'm a Pertwee and Baker person. Yeah, to me, they were best years ever of Doctor Who. For me, it were definitely the Pertwee years, but the Tom Baker years. I mean, they had some amazing stories on that, didn't they? City of Death, Pyramids of Mars. You know, Pertwee, the unit years, uh, the Master. Oh, what's that? The Assassins. You know where the Master went to Gallifrey and assassinated that time Lord Doctor went to stop him. You know, and that creepy laugh, Anthony Ainley and Roger Delgado. I mean, that's that type of episode. I want that type of writing again. Hang on, sounds garbage enough, Steve. That was proper drama. Says so. Yeah, but that worked beauty of it, Steve. That worked beauty of it, wasn't it? Right? You didn't care about the special effect of the quality of the stories and the writing gets you intrigued. Do you remember that episode where they were on Gallifrey and Master assassinated Time Lords, and the Doctor got into a fight in the Matrix? I mean, that episode nearly got banned because Mary Whitehouse, it terrified loads of people when Doctor were. I think he got his head shoved under water or something with his fight scene, and it cut out till next week, and it were all in papers, and everybody carried on about it. But the thing was, it wasn't about special effects. It was the acting and the writing and the directing. So they didn't have a big budget, and that episode had more quality than the 6 I've had to sit through. You know, I mean, I do like the historical, The Deadly Assassin. I mean, what a fantastic episode. You know, but now it's just not doing it. Why can't we have writing like that? Do you like the? Do you remember the time? What was? I've got the box set. When they go through time looking for parts of the time, the key to time saga. Do you remember that with the stones of blood, with the ogres smashing into house and the stones and they absorb your blood? That terrified me as a kid. You know, and the one with the hand running about, where the alien regenerated itself, the hand of fear. I mean, another classic story. What? It's just where is it all going wrong? Hang on, the Deadly Assassin. I know, silly old bag. That's what made the show scary kids out. That's what, yeah, but that's what it's about. That's the memories we carry with us, you know. And I know there's a generation now that's got their Doctor and their mum. I mean, there's been one or two moments like that episode with Capaldi where he stood in front of a bed and you can't look, but it's behind him under bed, that thing that moves around when you were a kid in the bedroom. I mean, that was creepy. And the one with the house, that things were going on. And he said a house is alive because it absorbs so much emotion. I mean, it's creepy facts. You don't need big budgets to make something terrifying. Look at Sapphire and Steel. Look at the writing for that. That was just sheer quality. Where's the writing gone from that to where we are now? All this PC politics and cringeworthiness shoving down your throat. You know, honestly, I love Doctor Who. I do. If you saw my DVD, honestly, trust me, you would. I love Doctor Who. I've been to convention because it was on the right track. But now, since this series, it's just been terrible. But we're losing it under Moffat years. I mean, I nearly turned up. The Amy and Rory thing. I mean, she's good as Nebula in Guardians. I mean, they're all great actors. I like Rory in DC Legends of Tomorrow. He's great. But the whole thing of having a man and wife running around. You remember Intro, our friend the Doctor that turns up at the weekend? I just didn't have any time for any of that. Yeah, I want to get back to hardcore stories and the darker villains and the agenda and do you know what I mean? Yes, yeah. Hang on, poor Adric, fucking yeah. Excellent. Have you seen DVD with that? With the missing episode with the Dalek, with the T-Rex that eats him, and the Cyberman goes, excellent. I hated Adric. I'm sorry, the character was a tosser. And that is my opinion of Adric. I'm sorry. That's when the Baker years started waning. But I think he wanted out by then. I think he was tired of it. Because they changed the intros to it, didn't they? Sort of like computerized it to give it that edge. And not Jen. Might imagine this new Doctor Who bring back Adric. No, Jen, we are not bringing Adric back. Adric is banned. You know, I'll say so. If they bring him back through time travel, I will go back and delete his timeline. Now, Adric, oh, he was awful. You know, yeah, Adric, don't get. Oh, I hate Adric. But I need to get alive because I mean, I met him, you know, Matthew. Is it Matthew Waterhouse? He was a bit. I met him at a convention, oh God, years ago, and he was a bit funny with people. I don't know. I don't know. He was either a bit full of himself or he was just being a bit off with people. And I thought, you're a tosser, you. Hang on, Stephen. Matt Waterhouse saw fun as a kid. Tell him. Oh God, really? Oh well, then we've upgraded Adric to. You know what? We've upgraded Adric to wanker stage. He's a classic wanker. So that's it. Totally. Oh, I bet he was. I could see him. Can you imagine on Looking magazine? You know, posing away with TARDIS and K9. I mean, fucking hell. K9 had more personality than Adric. I mean, do you remember when Romana and K9 left? I was absolutely gutted. I thought, what, you're leaving him with the Doctor? You know, you're leaving him with the... So this is it. You've got the lovely Lala Ward, who's fit, right? And K9, who's cool, right? Left in his space, and he's taken in. Well, I'd say that he'd have been dropped off on a planet somewhere. I'd have just cleared off. I said, look, can you just pop out and TARDIS for a couple of minutes? I'm just going to, you know, just take a look around. And as I shut the door, I'd have left him there. You know, I'm sorry, Adric is one of the worst Doctor Who characters of all time. Yeah, I'm telling you, Looking magazine, I bet he were in that and smash hits as well. At least he never released a song. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember when Colin Baker had that song on what were it, On Top of the Pops? He did that song, what they were trying to save him on Doctor Who when he released the song, and they teamed up with somebody, and they had a song, didn't they, Colin Baker, and he got on top of the pops. It was like they were trying to save Doctor Who. Yeah, well, Jane, you know, Jane, the Doctor could bring back Luke Skywalker. He could just turn up before he disappeared and say, "Don't do that." Yeah, it will be on YouTube, but I hope nobody's uploading like Adric. You know, I'm sorry. I just watched the Eastbase trilogy, and I don't really want to venture into any sort of going along with him. I mean, he went right through to Peter Davison, didn't he? I mean, I used to watch it. I think, where are you going? You know, and he did have a big ego because I remember him on Is it Swap Shop or the Mike Reid one? He were on that and he would have bit up his ass on that. You know, I remember that. But when I met him, he was a bit funny. But somebody said to him, well, what's he done for the last couple of years? You know, where's he been? Adric. Well, he ended up getting eaten by Tyrannosaurus Rex. Do you remember ending credits for that episode? When he sacrificed himself to start the Big Bang on Earth with dinosaurs, wiping dinosaurs out or something. Didn't he start the Big Bang when they were in that ship what Cybermen had messed up? You know. And when credits started rolling, yeah, there were no music. It just went up quietly. Do you remember credits on that episode? There were no, like the Doctor and Nyssa and is it Tegan? They were all like, he's gone. You know, rest of the country, we were all jumping up and down on chairs, singing for joy. Kumbaya. Yeah, he is. I mean, I'll tell you something, I wouldn't have left her there. and K9, he'd have been left in his space. I think they brought him in because they thought he might be a bit of a cool factor, with being a teenager, Adric, you know. I might set up a fan club, the Hate Adric Society. Hang on, right. Jane, if Luke Skywalker is alive in Star Wars, he's alive in Star Wars Night, I wasted money on Last Jedi. Jane, he's coming back, yeah, he's in it, yeah. No, it's confirmed he's in it. Matt Smith's going to be Palpatine as well. He's going to be a young Emperor Palpatine. Don't ask, I don't know. But Luke Skywalker's going to be a ghost. He's going to be like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Stevie would say, when he was trying not to get burnt at the concert before it exploded. Yes! Yeah, a great Dane Doctor Who issue when he got an earth shock. Yeah. Yeah, Jenny will be a ghost. Yeah, he's going to be a ghost. Yeah. Well, yeah, apparently, yeah, I were quite intrigued by that, Steve. Because we're on some Mike Zero. Check him out, Mike Zero, Star Wars guy. He released it, and some other Star Wars YouTubers. He were on about, and he said, Matt Smith. If you look at top of his head, he's got all them like things, aren't they? Like all them creases on his head, and he's got that face. So he's going to be a young Palpatine or something. He might be flashback, but apparently he's got a very big part in the film. But I know that J.J. Abrams has re-altered the entire story. The story that we're going to finish with they've binned it after that last film. So he's going to try and make everything in last films. Suddenly, this film is going to make sense of it. Yeah, I like Matt Smith. I think he's a great actor. I actually watched him in The Crown. Actually, we were good in that. Actually, I think he's going to be a big actor at a real Hollywood sort of level. David Tennant were awesome in Jessica Jones as the Purple Man. He was brilliant in that. Yeah, but Steve, what if they bring Adric into Star Wars? What if they find him on a planet somewhere through the Force? Adric's there. Adric in the Star Wars universe. Can we allow this? Can we permit it? Yeah, definitely, Steve. He is. Yes. I might set up an Indiegogo or a Kickstarter or a Patreon and raise funds for him to put him in Star Wars. It'd be like the assistant to Kylo Ren. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you're right. It did actually. Well, it was a bit disappointing, wasn't it? Because I didn't want Luke Skywalker, Jen, fighting Kylo bloody Ren. I didn't want him fighting Kylo Ren, Jen. I wanted him fighting Snoke. I really thought them two were going to kick off. Him and Snoke. I thought they were going to lay into each other with force powers and lightsabers and electricity everywhere. But it didn't happen, did it? It just didn't happen. Kylo Ren, the impetuous child. I mean, we're all terrified. He's like an assistant manager in the supermarket. He's let loose. Well, the main manager's gone away. He's now running the Empire, lead it to destruction because he's an idiot. No, but it's not just been on Mike Zero, Jen. He's been on Emergency Awesome and some other YouTube stuff. So, and we're on Nerdist as well. So it's coming from sources, but movie studios like the release bits to sort of torment us, don't they? You check out a channel called Geeks and Gamers. They're just constantly attacking The Last Jedi. They're constantly attacking. Steve, which one was John Wick? Well, it wasn't bloody Luke Skywalker, was it? I suppose. I mean, I've got to have the lightsaber fight between when him and Rey teamed up, wasn't it? I mean, Last Jedi did have its moments in it, didn't it? It had them moments where you thought it had some potential in parts, didn't it? But I mean, rest of it you could have just shoved down the toilet and flushed it. Jen. Yeah, no, you have a point there, Jen. You have the point. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we've gone from Doctor Who, we're on to Last Jedi, and it's true. I'm not the only one that feels. I mean, Last Jedi is like it's like Adric, you know. I'm sorry, but me at Last Jedi just totally fell out. I sat in there for 2.5 hours, bored stiff. And when they went off to that casino planet, that was totally pointless. All that were completely pointless. All of it. I thought, why have they gone off to that planet? Do what for? And not really Star Wars. Well, I'm more of a Star Trek fan. I'm a Trekkie, me. I'm more into Star Trek than Star Wars. But I do. I mean, yeah, I say something. Right, Star Wars. Right, I didn't mind the. Is it the prequels? I did. Well, I wasn't really a fan of the Phantom Menace. It was all right. You got to start somewhere, so you gave it that. I found is it Revenge of the Clones, Return of the Clones, or whatever. That bored me senseless. I got really the whole love affair between Anakin and her. But it's now everybody's now saying he used his force powers on her to manipulate her to fall in love with him. You know, so it's what they're all saying now. That what Anakin did. But I did like the Revenge of the Sith. I thought the third one was a masterpiece. I love Emperor Palpatine. How he like took the Empire and created all that, and he manipulated everybody until he got thrown down a shaft in number 6. Which, what a way to go. But let's hope he's not dead. Maybe what they might have done in next Star Wars film, you know, Snoke, right? He might have worked for Palpatine. He might have been a guardian or something, right? And when Palpatine got shoved down big tube, right? That he somehow his spirit, because you're going back to Dark Empire now, Heir to Empire books, where he clones himself, and he got a new body, and he's going to come out of the unknown regions like as a young Palpatine. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Matt Smith as a young Palpatine, just pushing Kylo Ren against the wall like he's nothing. And he's back. And he just finished on that level where, you know, he's back with all thousands of stormtroopers behind him. All right, Jen, I didn't know that about Matt Zero. Oh, well, that's a shame. I didn't know, but I don't just watch other stuff as well, Jen. So, I mean, somebody I pop into. Eckhart's Ladder's good. You should check him out. He's good as well. Steve, you're right about Sapphire Steel, though. I've got them, mate. Brilliant. Love to see them on Blu-ray. Those were really scary. Brilliant. Might give those another go again. Move the plug and say, oh God, that's where they trapped him in that kaleidoscope thing. Do you remember that? In With No Face. That freaked me out. Do you know the one that scared me, Steve? Was the soldier on the train platform with that darkness. It surrounded everything. You know, that darkness. You know, and they sacrificed that ghost hunter and to appease it. I mean, I remember watching one episode of that, and what scared me wasn't any monsters at all. It was just an empty house with camera shots around the house and the phone going, the phone just ringing, and the doorbell going, and it got you on edge because there was something in the house. Well, this was going on, just the phone ringing. They really made that scene scary. Now that is quality writing, that is quality directing, and they didn't have a budget for that. Because in the making of it, documentary, they said they had such 2 high stars, all money went to pay them. They had no left. Yeah, definitely. Well, that's what I mean, Chibnall. I mean, you know, what's so amazing about it? You know, what is so amazing about Chibnall? That's all I'm saying. What's so good about him to be this, like, writer? Do you know what I mean? I know he wrote Broadchurch. I've never seen Broadchurch, but I've heard it's very good. But no. Right, guys. Well, I've been on 15 minutes. I'm only meant to come on 30 minutes. And Shane Mike Zero is telling us about the move for everyone to look soon. Has listened top thing. Yeah, well, well, this is the internet now, Jen. You know, we get stuff before it comes out. I mean, things get leaked, but a lot of like Marvel have been very clever at this, and they haven't even released the name for the Avengers 4 movie. You know, we've had Avengers Annihilation, Avengers this, and Captain Marvel, and we've had the Captain Marvel trailer, but like Marvel put out false like breadcrumbs for us all to bite at and debate. Marvel wanted, but the Star Wars thing, they keep covering it up with secrets, but things get out. I remember last year before Last Jedi, Jen, everybody were like releasing these scripts of the movie. But elders, I read some of them, and they were nothing like The Last Jedi. Trust me, if I'd read the scripts on that level before it got released, I wouldn't have paid the 12 quid to sit in that cinema and watch it. 12 quid I paid to go and watch that. 2.5 hours, absolutely bored stiff. I wanted to walk out, but I was with some friends, and they well, you've got to get your money's worth, haven't you? But I'll tell you, we were in the pub after, and we moaned about it. Major moaned. But I do have a friend who he absolutely adores The Last Jedi. I think it's one of the greatest movies ever made. Seriously. And he will defend it. But the best Star Wars movie for me is Rogue One. I actually think Rogue One's better than the 3 originals. I do. I think Rogue One is fantastic. Oh, John Wick in that. I mean, come on. John Wick in The Last Jedi. It's like putting Adric in The Last Jedi as well, isn't it? You know, and Mickey Mouse. Oh, well, you could put Mickey Mouse in. Disney owns it, don't they now? Yeah, check out, Jane, Eckhart's Ladder. He's a good one. The best one on YouTube for movie reviews is, and DC Legend Arrowverse and that is Emergency Awesome. Honestly, guys, check out the guy is amazing. He researches everything and he puts this amazing video together. And he's passionate about what he's into as well. But he really goes into it. I do recommend a good comic one. Try out Comics Explained. This guy called Rob. He puts comics on the screen and he reads them and he talks about them, but he tells you the story, latest comics and that coming out, and it's fantastic. It's called Comics Explained. It's got like 1 million subscribers. It's really good. But he's been at it for years. Right then. Right, yeah, Steve, yeah. You look after yourself, bud. I'll be on Sunday after Doctor Who. I'm not going to moan about it, I promise. I just wanted to get a sense of feeling, you know, so when the comments come in, like, you know, it's good to read what people think. So I could be wrong. There could be like a massive fan base that absolutely adores Doctor Who. Obviously, there is. A lot of people think, you know, this is great. I've seen some reviews where people are liking it, you know, but me, I'm just losing interest quickly. But I'm going to stick it out because we might get them 2 episodes that will redeem the entire series. But that's me living in hope. No, do I, Jen. I don't. I'm just, Jen, to be honest, I'm just annoyed at The Last Jedi. It don't mean I'm not the entire Star Wars universe. I like Rebels and how that finished. I love Star Wars Rebels, and I'm a big fan of Clone Wars cartoon series. I mean, that I think they had with Clone Wars, Jen, and Rebels. I really think they had Star Wars on the right footing there, and I think there's a lot they could have took from that and put into The Last Jedi, which I found that Last Jedi quite a lazy written film. You know, that my only issue. I like The Force Awakens actually, even though it's a Star Wars rip-off from the original trilogy. But I did like Force Awakens, but I'm sorry, Last Jedi. I just think it came out in a lot of propaganda saying it was going to be this, and when we say it, it just got panned. You know. But yeah, people. I try not to be negative. I'm just annoyed. I'm not dissing Doctor Who. I'm just talking our feel. I just feel this series has not hit that mark, and I'm worried for a 50-year icon that it could just end up in the bin again. And I don't want to say that. I really don't. I think Doctor Who is. I think to a lot of people it means a lot, and especially like the Christmas Day episode, especially in the UK, it's a big thing. You know, it's on every Christmas Day, and we love it. We love it for that, even if stories are bad. Doctor Who's Christmas Day, we're not getting him this year. You know, we're getting him New Year, and because they didn't have any ideas for the story. So I mean, that says the quality of the writers and the team they've got. They couldn't think of a story for Christmas Day. What's the point? But yeah, Jane, I will be going to see the next Star Wars film. You know, obviously, I want to see where it all finishes, and then I'll make my final judgment. But I've heard they're going to make 2 more films. I liked Han Solo, Jen. Did you like Han Solo? Honestly, I really enjoyed Han Solo because you saw the Star Wars universe of normal people living under the oppression of the Empire, and I loved all that corruption. I did. I really liked Solo. We're not going to get a sequel to it. I really did. I loved the Darth Maul end thing at the end, and that's what's that. And the guy that played Lando was amazing. I actually thought that was him. It's like they brought him back. I mean, he played the part to it, and it's a shame we're not getting a sequel. You know, but I'm not going to totally destroy Star Wars. You know, I live in. There's always that thing, as they say. Oh. And on that note, I will say goodbye. Jed, please join us Sunday. It's always good to talk to you. Thanks, Steve, for tuning in. And mind some guys well. And I will see you all then. Right, guys, I'll be on Sunday after Doctor Who, and we'll have a massive debate about it. And yeah, R.I.P. Stan Lee. God, honestly, what a horrible week it's been. Right then, guys, look after yourselves. Jane, take care, love. I'll speak to you all soon. Right, bye.